Our planet is in the midst of very serious environmental crisis. The climate is changing rapidly, forests are disappearing, species are disappearing, poverty is deepening all around us as people lose their means of livelihoods. Fortunately, Friends of the Earth International and our member groups are making a headway in tackling this crisis.
Friends of the Earth International is a global grassroots environmental federation which is working for an environmentally sustainable, socially just and peaceful world. We have been around for 40 years and we continue to grow in strength year to year, day to day. We are also working as a global network on big issues of the day. We draw links on overconsumption, unsustainable production systems, environmental destruction, social justice issues like poverty and inequity around the world. Our international campaigns draw strength from the work of our communities on the ground, and our communities on the ground seek strength from the policy changes that are derived from international campaigns that we undertake.
Friends of the Earth International is fighting for climate justice. And we're doing this standing together with affected communities because they are so heavily impacted by climate change. We're working with them, bringing them to the forefront to stop dangerous climate change.
We are campaigning on the right of people to determine their own food production systems. We campaign against genetically modified organisms which threaten the environment and sustainable livelihoods.
We campaign against illegal logging and deforestation. Our groups work with local communities and peoples to defend biodiversity and to uphold their rights to manage forest resources.
Our groups on the ground work to stop mining for fuels and minerals, which destroys the environment and threatens people's livelihoods. We challenge the current economic model by confronting corporate power, while at the same time generating sustainable initiatives and sustainable livelihoods.
Our strength comes from the grassroots, from the local and national struggles of our member groups. Our member groups are diverse in very many ways, but we all have a shared vision of a future that we want to build, and we build on the platform of the power of solidarity.
Some of our member groups work under extremely challenging conditions. They do not have access to electricity, they do not have access to enough resources for full-time paid staff. Indeed, many of them are also threatened by corporations and harassed by government who work on the side of corporations. And many of our member groups are able to continue their work under these challenging circumstances precisely because Friends of the Earth International and their allies around the world help to support them.
We believe that we can stop the current global environmental and social crisis by being a part of a movement working for transformation of the world. We realize that we cannot do this all by ourselves. And so we've entered into alliances with farmers' movements, indigenous groups, workers' unions, women's groups, and human rights groups working for fundamental change.
Although the global environmental and social situation is truly alarming, Friends of the Earth International is very well placed to tackle these issues at every level because we have 77 member groups in every continent, accounting for about 5,000 local groups in the world.
We have over 2 million members and supporters around the world working in a very committed way to make the world a more equitable and sustainable place.
If you want to be a part of this global movement for change, we welcome you with open arms. Come to our website and see how you can contribute at all levels, be it national, local, or international. Come join Friends of the Earth International.
We look forward to having you come aboard and connecting with us now for a better future.